What up, y'all? Jimmy Bar. Fuck Nelson. I told you that you gotta. So if anybody got a PS5 Pro and you're installing the PSVR 2 from the front of the front ports, you have to do it on the bottom port. You can't do it from the top port. It will not work. So install it on the bottom one, and you'll be fine. I fucking told Nelson this already. He don't fucking listen. Well, I'm playing Mad Max. This is like the I've tried playing this game. I tried playing this game before, and I couldn't like I wasn't vibing with it. I tried twice, and then I finally decided to give it a third shot. I mean, people talk about how great this fucking game is and shit, and I'm just like, I can't be feeling left out. Um, so I'm like, you know what? Let me fucking like really concentrate and really. Every time I try some of these games, I'm like distracted with other shit that I want to play. So sometimes I make excuses to not play them so I can play the other shit. This time around, I'm kind of in a stump of what to play, and I've been playing all sorts of shit. I got 4 terabyte SSD, and then I got the two, or the, is it 1 terabyte? 2 terabytes on the PS5 Pro. Yeah, 2 terabytes on the PS5 Pro. I only got like 1 terabyte left, so I just been downloading games like crazy, just trying to find something, man. Oh shit. I just missed the days where a game like Ghost of Tsushima came out, and I just start it up and I play it. I play it till I beat it and just get hooked with it. Like I haven't found that feeling in a long time. Okay, where the hell are these other weirdos? Damn, there he is. Damn, my timing's off. I was just fine before I fucking got live. I am gonna try to get Iron Man in here, see if he wants to chat real quick, cause I do want to say some shit about fucking uh Shu Shuhei Yoshida, and I also want to talk a little bit about the Pro. So let me see if I can get. Let's see if he's available. I told him I wasn't gonna do it, but then I ended up doing it. So whatever. Let's see where the fuck you at. There you go, Brett. All right, let's see if he'll hop in. Alright, got that squared away. See if he hops in. I'll be talking about Shu for a long time. Melee weapon. Shu is he's an invaluable character over at PlayStation, and he's one of the last remaining people from when it first started, so he will definitely be missed. What I am worried about is the team that he curated, is it gonna be strong enough to keep doing what he's been doing all these decades? Okay, that filled it up. Damn. A lot of water in that fucking bowl. What I like about this game too is that you collect scraps. The game will tell you how many are in this section. So you know if you're missing something or not, instead of just fucking roaming around trying to figure out if you have anything left over. You don't have to do that in this game, which I really, really fucking appreciate. Like, this game respects your fucking time, you know what I mean? And I really like that. Did I just come through here? And I really fuck with that. I fuck with games like that. They respect your time. Alright, I did come up from up here. Oh, fuck, I can't go that way. But yeah, I mean, so far I'm enjoying it. I played it like 2 hours today. And then just now I was like, you know what? Let me just stream this. Cause I'm probably gonna play for another couple hours. I don't know if I'll be playing this for a couple hours, but see if anybody invites me to play anything. Helldivers, Space Marine, whatever. I've been co-oping a lot of shit lately. I went from not co-oping anything to now I'm fucking mostly doing co-op gameplay. Hey, there he is.
Yeah, hold on.
RPG, we already had a State of Gaming Friday. Yeah, I can hear you.
You had a Friday? Yeah, I know you had a Friday. I missed it. I was at work.
Yeah, RPG asked me on the chat. But we're gonna have a little mini State of Play. I left the chat open, so if anybody wants to hop in, bro, you can hop in as well. Cause I invited Brett because I want to talk to him about the Pro. Fucking pissed me off this morning. And was it this morning, Brett, or was it like afternoon?
It was definitely this morning. It was probably like 10 o'clock, 11.
That must be it.
And I also want to talk to him about Shuhei Yoshida.
Not without some preparation.
But yeah, I really, cause man, I don't think people. I hope I'm wrong in all this. Here, hold on. Let me turn the volume down. This fucking game. I don't think people really fucking understand. Okay, what the? Oh, I think I'm in. I don't think people really understand. Okay, why the hell aren't the main? I don't think people really understand the impact that Shuhei had on fucking PlayStation, y'all. I just don't really think that people fucking understand, and I want to make you understand, or I want to help you understand. Do you know much about Shuhei, Brett?
I do not, outside of basically what you've been saying in Discord. Basically, he's the guy, is what it sounds like, or he was the
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, he was.
So,
He was title wise or position wise. He wasn't that important to PlayStation. right? Like when we're
Right.
talking about presidents and fuck, I mean, he was head of PlayStation Studios in the PS4 era and PS3 era. Which once you know his background and what he actually does, what are you doing? Fucking chopping up, chop, chopping up some fucking.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah, I hear that. What are you doing? I'm interested.
I just I just killed an alligator in
Oh,
New World.
uh, hold up. Let me just retweet this out now that you're here. See if anybody else would join us. Nelson didn't want to join us. He's like, I'm sick. My pussy hurts.
Oh,
His whole
I was
family has
here when
been
I
sick.
was sick. Yeah, there's something nasty going around right now. My kids had it for Thanksgiving. My gram had it. My nephew had it. My gram still has it actually. I don't know what the hell. They said whatever it is, it lasts about 3 days. But
All right, there you go. I just tweeted it out. Let's see if anybody else shows up. Um, yeah, I'm fucking pissed, bro. Tomorrow's the first day of work for the week again, and I
say,
fucking
oh
hate
no,
it.
I'm off Mondays. I'm off Mondays. Sundays and Mondays are my days off right now. So today is like
Your Friday night?
my big
Oh
yeah.
no,
Today is like
today's your
basically my
Saturday.
day. Yeah, today's my Saturday. I have off tomorrow, and then I go in 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So
RPG has something similar. RPG, I think he's got Mondays and Tuesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays off. I used to
nice.
have a Sunday and then a day in the week off. It used to be Sunday Tuesdays, and it went to Sunday Thursdays, and then Sunday Fridays. But I actually like having a day in the week off because you get to handle so much personal shit, appointments specifically, or Tuesday, Wednesdays
Yep.
RPG. Appointments, the roads are generally more empty. Well, not in today's world. Now it feels like the roads are busy all the fucking time. But back then
Yep.
when I had that schedule, it was like, I could you know, go handle shit at the VA or fucking renew my driver's license, just whatever you had to get done that is normally only open during business hours, you can get a lot of that shit done. And also just like simple shit like grocery shopping because there wasn't that many
Yep.
people there. But all my friends are barbers, or not all my friends, but a big portion of my friends are barbers, and that's the schedule that they prefer. They prefer Sunday, Mondays off. So then they work
Yep.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Mondays off. And then of course, if a friend or somebody they deemed important enough to cut their hair on a Monday would be ideal. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I like that schedule. RPG gets to go sit at the DMV this Tuesday. Exciting. Yeah, well, bro, I mean, Uncle Sam's got to get his money for you driving. Uncle Sam's got to fucking make it painful on top of that, making you fucking wait. I will say I went to renew my ID, my driver's license, probably about 6 months ago, and it wasn't the clusterfuck because now I only have to go every, I don't know, like 7 years or some shit whenever my ID expires. I will say that that experience was very nice. I will have to go. I just renew my shit online, and then they send me every 2 years here where I'm from in Wisconsin. Every 2 years, you got to do inspection on your vehicle, and they basically check emissions and shit like that. So that's every 2 years. So I never had to step foot in DMV. So I pay it online. They send me my tags in the mail, and good to go. But I went to the DMV. I actually got to go again, but it wasn't terrible. I was born in Puerto Rico, and I think it's this year or 2025 it goes into effect where you need to get that little star sign or the star on your ID in order to be able to travel without using it's like
A
real
passport.
ID, a passport or some shit. So I
Yeah. Oh
couldn't
yeah, I
get
heard
my
about that. The real ID.
yeah,
Yep.
real ID. It's a security thing. But I couldn't get mine because I was born in Puerto Rico And
Wait,
Puerto
you're
Rico,
yeah. I gotta say something though, bro.
what?
When we were having that conversation in Discord, and you were like, uh, "I'm not white," and that pisses, dude. I thought you were white, dog. I did. I thought you were white. You're Puerto Rican? Like you're
Yeah,
legit Puerto Rican?
yeah. I was born in
Holy
Puerto
shit, dude.
Rico, bro.
Oh
My
wow.
my
Okay.
parents
Okay.
don't speak English. That's how
Oh
Puerto Rican I am.
wow. Holy shit.
Yeah, Spanish was my
Nice,
first
dude.
language.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice, dude.
hmm
Nice.
So with Puerto
I didn't know that.
Rico, they're fucking assholes because they change their birth certificates every like 5 to 10 years. So I have my birth certificate, but I had to get a new one because they just changed their shit like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And in order for me to get the real ID, I need an updated birth certificate. If I was born in Wisconsin, like my sister, I would have just had the fucking birth certificate that's the same for fucking 50 fucking years, you know?
Yeah, that's weird. Do you know why they change it? Like what the fuck is up with that?
Because they're fucking assholes, bro. Because that means that you got to repay to get your shit. You know what I mean? It's like fucking seven
Yeah.
dollars or some shit. You multiply that times however many fucking Puerto Ricans live in Puerto Rico. That's at least 3 million plus another fucking God knows how many millions in the states. Because Puerto Rico
Right.
is a territory of the United States, so we're citizens, but they kind of self govern a little bit, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's
Yep.
it's it's just money, bro, and because they don't have like the federal government really isn't up their ass like here in America, where like if your city or your state is doing some fucked up shit, well, you can at least get support from the feds. And they're right there. Usually the Fed has local offices in every city, every major city, every major, every state. FBI
Yep.
is generally in every city and shit. So you can get some support pretty quickly. Puerto Rico, you can get support too, but it usually takes a lot longer because it is that little
Right.
bit of self-governance and it's the way Puerto Ricans wanted to do it. I mean, they voted numerous times to not become an official state of the United States. So it's
I
the way
wonder
they've
why
done it.
though.
It's the same shit, colonialism and fucking, the whole nine yards. They just want to be self-governed, but there's caveats to that. It's much harder to. The reason I tell people like socialism and communism on paper, these are wonderful, wonderful. Watch somebody's gonna fucking, cut this. It's on paper. It's a wonderful. What do you call that? Option of governance. But the
Yeah.
fucking problem is that the human race is a broken down fucking. We're broke. We're broken as a people. So there's always gonna be greed. There's always gonna be selfishness. There's always gonna be, people are always gonna want to look out for themselves first. So that's why it will never work. Doesn't matter how fucking beautiful it sounds, it just will never work. There's always going to be somebody. I mean, even at home, we have one pizza that we share between, I don't know, whatever, 4 or 5 family members. There's always going to be that one, whether it's a younger brother, whether it's the fucking dad, whether it's the mom, it doesn't fucking matter. There's going to be that one person who's going to get a third slice instead of 2 slices per. You know what I mean? Even small shit like that, because it's as much as we want to say, well, for the greater good, it doesn't happen like that. You don't do it when nobody's fucking looking. Why the fuck would you do it when it really fucking counts? Like, it's just not gonna work. I mean, at home it's easier to manage. Like most houses are communist, right? Mom and dad are in charge, and the fucking kids do as you're told. There's no other choice. But at the end of the day, mom and dad is looking out for their kids' best interests, right? Like most parents, at least decent parents, we'll be like, well, look, we're gonna do it this way because it's gonna benefit you, even though it may not seem like it. But so that's why the shit doesn't fucking work, man. We're always gonna try to one up each other. We're gonna try to do whatever. It's the same shit with business. No matter how much we want games to be everywhere, it doesn't fucking matter because there's always gonna be one company who wants to make more money than the other, or who feels like my idea is better, so therefore I should get rewarded most, and it makes it difficult. But
Yep.
I wanted to talk to you about shoot a little bit and kind of
Okay.
help you understand why I say the things that I say.
That whole situation is weird though,
Why is it weird?
because like they're stating that he's retired, but then at the same time, there's like tweets of him saying he doesn't want to leave the business and he doesn't want to stop with like games and shit like that. So like, are we being like half told, like being told half the truth on what's going on in that
Well, remember, Brett, something
situation?
that people don't know off the bat, just off the bat. Japan has strict laws about how long you can work somewhere too.
Oh, okay,
So you can
okay,
want to be working at the same place forever, but Japan's like, nah, I don't know the exact time per se. I think it's 33 years or some shit. But they cap it out. That's why you see a lot of Japanese that work crazy hours, like 12, 14-hour days, because in their mind, they only have X amount of time of work. And if you're not smart with your finance, not saying that you can't go work somewhere else, right? Because you can leave and go work somewhere else, but like in the same company, um,
right,
they don't want their employee or employers to kind of take advantage of their employees and work them to
right.
death, basically. So that's the first thing that people need to understand with Shu or the Japanese is that there are rules about how long you can work. And once again, I don't know the specifics. I just saw it in an article talking about Shu, and he's coming up close to that. But Shu has been with PlayStation for 31 years. Brett, what anniversary are we celebrating with PlayStation next month or this month, December? Which one is
30th,
it? 30th.
30th anniversary.
So you're probably like, wait a minute, Shu's been with PlayStation for 31 years, but yet PlayStation
Yeah.
celebrated the 30th year. That's because Nelson, the chat is open, you fuck. You can just hop in, dude. Um, he's out here commenting, chatting. Um, Shu has been there since before it was even PlayStation, you know? So this is that's why I said earlier, this is one of the final like pieces of PlayStation from the beginning before it's completely converted into the major or the new people that are there now. I think Shu is the
Yeah.
last one out of that group. So it's but 31 years, PlayStation's been there for 30. So he was there. And his job, actually, Shu was the guy responsible when what's his name? The guy who started PlayStation. Yeah, I got all this shit
Kutaragi.
here. What's his name?
Ken Kutaragi.
Kent. Yeah, you fucking pussy. You dying yet? My pussy hurts. I'm sneezing and coughing and sleeping 40
Fuck
hours.
you. I got pneumonia.
Oh, damn, bro.
Bro,
You
Vicks
got the
NyQuil and you're
pneumonia.
fucking good.
I slept like 16 hours. I've been asleep since I talked to you last.
Yeah, I was wondering why the fuck you
He just got
I get up
quiet.
at 10 o'clock and play games all day. I slept till 5:30.
Damn.
I can sleep when I die.
Damn. Yeah, yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I get about 3 hours.
Yeah, except that's gonna kill us even faster.
Six, but this sickness has
Yeah,
got
I
me sleeping
know.
12 to 16 hours a day.
So Ken,
Damn.
so he worked with Ken, right? So his job when he first started with PlayStation. And by the way, there's a podcast Shu did. It's a PlayStation podcast. They do it, I think it's weekly or maybe
Yeah, I
monthly.
listened to that on Thursday. It was the PlayStation Blog podcast or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they do it weekly or monthly? Do you know?
I never usually listen to it. I only listen to it because she was on.
Oh, I do. I listen to it. I try to listen to it as much as I can. I mean, I don't listen to it like religiously or nothing, but I do listen to it sometimes.
Who is the first non-engineer that worked for PlayStation before
Yes.
PlayStation was PlayStation?
So when they were trying to build up PlayStation, when they were building fucking audio and shit for Nintendo, Shu was the first person to work with that team that wasn't an engineer. Everybody else were fucking geeks. Every single person except for Shu. He was the very first one. And what he did in the beginning, which is kind of relates to what he did for the rest of his fucking career at PlayStation, was he would go call all these developers and trying to get them to set up a meeting so Ken could meet up with them and try to sell them on the PlayStation in 3D and making games for them. So from the very inception, while PlayStation was literally still in Sony's ball sack before Sony ejaculated and birthed it into what is known as PlayStation, that's what Shu did. He fucking went out there, was outside
I'll be right back.
sales. Fuck, you're the one I'm telling this fucking story to, you fuck.
No, I
Uh,
still hear you. I got you in
oh,
my
okay,
ear.
okay,
You're
okay,
good. Keep
good.
going.
So he's the one who did outside sales for basically PlayStation and trying to get developers to fucking see the vision, the 3D vision, and start making games for them. So that's what he's been doing ever since that fucking day. And of course, Shu has held different titles. I say the most prominent one was between the PS3 and PS4, where he was director or head of PlayStation Studios. And look at that generation and how that generation worked out during that time. I mean, we saw some of the best games ever in PlayStation history come out during that time. Last of Us, Ghost, Horizon, I mean, God of War, and the list goes on. Shu was so good at what he fucking did. Wait, before I continue there. So then after that was over, after Jim Ryan got promoted, he basically told Shu like, "Hey, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? You've been here for all this time. What the fuck you want to do? We have an open checkbook for you. You can pick whatever the fuck you want to do, and you go do it," which is one of the best things Jim Ryan did as CEO. And she was like, "I want to fucking go look at indie games. I want to see what games I can bring over to
That's what he's
PlayStation."
always liked. He's always been into the indies and the small creators. It's weird like
Always,
that.
always. And like Shu says, and I'm going to read something here. This is what Shu says, and this is amazing to me. And this is from the PlayStation blog article. Hey, hey, pussy, are we gonna play some games tonight or no? Or you want to play solo?
No, I can do that after you go to bed, and depending on how long I make it myself.
All right. So he says, fortunately, I was able to work on a lot of great games and great teams through my time in game development. Our games were nominated for Game of the Year many times, so I really enjoyed going to events like DICE Summit every year. When you're in this is the part I want everybody to hear. When you're in the industry, if you get to work on a game that's relevant for Game of the Year even once, you're very lucky. But I've been involved almost every year. And that is the thing that I think people are fucking missing out with Shu retiring from PlayStation. That right there. I've been involved almost every year in regards to games of the year. And when he left as PlayStation heads of studio, he started cultivating a team around him, and they went out there and they did what he did from the beginning: cultivate relationships. I mean, Shu's in a different country every freaking week. He's out here looking at the game, seeing what's new, seeing what's coming out there. And the thing I really like about Shu is that he understands. First thing, he's got the eye for bangers. He just knows it. It's like a sixth sense to him. So he knows the difference between a game that he needs to bring to PlayStation to a game that he just tweets about and promotes to a game that he just leaves the fuck alone. Like, all right, cool, thanks for letting me play. All right, whatever. He knows that
Yeah,
fucking
this ain't
difference.
it.
This ain't it. He knows that fucking difference. He doesn't try to fucking push something just because quotas are low. Like, oh fuck, we really need a indie this week. Let's fucking or this year. Let's
Let's
fucking.
sign this.
Your shit got disconnected.
Yeah, it always does.
What is it that you said?
I said he doesn't just go out and sign a bunch of pieces of shit to
Exactly.
meet quotas.
Exactly. So that's the biggest thing with Shu. And so once Jim Ryan gave him that position, which once again I think is the best thing Jim Ryan ever did for fucking PlayStation, um, Shu went to town. He went hard, and we see the effects of it. I mean, Stellar Blade, that's all Shu from beginning to end. Shu did that. The other one that people kind of forget
Why
about,
this
and
this gen?
yeah, that's this gen. Um, the big one that people forget about, and you can see it in the documentary with Cory Barlog when they're all having their fucking meeting during the documentary of the God of War. Shu's there in the meeting with all of them, with Corey, with all the directors, all the heads of departments, and we don't know exactly what was said, but we can tell based on the few words that Shu said, we can tell based on the reaction of Corey, and we can tell based on what was happening in the screen, where Shu was telling Corey basically like, "This ain't it, dog. You need to go back to the drawing board. This is not what we were expecting. Like, go fix this shit. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to do some." And he was talking about God of War 2018. So Shu not only has the fucking eye for what games are bangers, he also knows when he's to go into a game to make it a fucking banger. And look what 2018 God of War did for God of War as an IP in general, and also for PlayStation 4. I mean, it's one of the pillars of that fucking generation. So when I've been hearing people, really being all nonchalant about Shu leaving, like, oh no, he trained people, which he did. And if he's that good at cultivating games and the whole 9 yards, I'm sure he's good at training people and bringing them up to par. But once again, Shu's talent is a once in a generation type of talent. That's like a Tom Brady of the sport, or a Michael Jordan, or a Wayne Gretzky. Like, you don't see these guys being reproduced all the fucking time. Like, this is once in an era type of thing. And people that are going out here just being like, oh no, Shu's leaving, that's fine. We got backup, we got other people. It's like, you cannot teach what Shu did. You can train
Facts.
to an extent, but that eye that he had, I mean, fuck, the guy brought Journey over to fucking PlayStation and it won Game of the Year. The first indie to win Game of the Year was the game that Shu brought over. Like, come on, you're here to tell me that he's replaceable? And that's not even including the personal side of Shu. Dude is just a positive fucking individual. Like, he's a fucking gamer. As a matter of fact, I watched the clip of him playing PoE, and that's why I'm gonna play PoE when it comes out. Because Shu said that he had fun. Like, the PoE director was trying to talk to him about the game. He's like, nah, let's just keep fucking playing. Like, shut the fuck up. You're ruining it. You know what I mean? Like, shut up, dude. I'm playing. So now do you kind of understand a little bit, Brett, about what I mean about Shu and how this can be detrimental for PlayStation?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
a lot of people don't
He's
see
been
it
there
that way.
he's been at Sony since like the late 80s. You know what I mean? Like,
That's crazy as shit, actually.
Yeah, I'm 36 years old, so Shu started working there when I was fucking 5.
you were in diapers when
Yeah,
he
I'm.
fucked. No, I mean
Yeah.
when he started at Sony, because he
Oh
started
wait,
at Sony in
Sony,
like
you're right, you're
89 or
right, you're
90.
right. Yeah,
You were in fucking diapers, dude.
yeah. I was still shitting and pissing myself, fucking begging for the titty. Absolutely. So what do you think, now that you know what you know, Brett, what do you think about Shu? Do you think he can land somewhere else, like maybe Xbox or something like that? Like, what do you think?
So I don't know if I see him going to Xbox, just because like if you if you follow anything about like the Japanese people and how they operate, they're very humble, and they're very what can I say? They don't just turn their backs. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see him going to the competitor. From what you're telling me, it would be nice, but I think what this guy created there,
Car needs more power.
I think for him to
The
come
inside
to
of the
Xbox,
grill to shield the
he would
nose.
have to see he would have to see in his eyes the ability to turn it around in the time frame that he wants, and I just don't think that it's possible. I think it's possible, but I don't think it's possible in the time frame that I think he would, because like you said, like he's older, he's an older gentleman. I don't think he wants to spend another 30 years at a company trying to turn him around. Now, I believe if he could be like, oh, I could see a big change in the next 5 years. I could see him possibly trying to make the leap there, but I think Xbox is just so fucked. You know what I'm saying? I think and this is coming from an Xbot. I think the handheld's going to be nice. I think what we're hearing about Avowed outside of the art director, of the people that have played it. It's looking like it's going to be one of the Xbox games that potentially could actually hit and hit pretty well, land very well. Uh, but outside of that, like I think Indiana Jones looks horrible. I don't think it looks fun in any way, shape, or form. I just don't. I don't think it looks good. You know, I just I think the direction they're taking also with going third party, and I think that also complicates things for a lot of people when they think about wanting to come in there and being a part of it, because it makes it does make it a lot more difficult. And I understand when I see these PlayStation 5 exclusives why it's kind of key to have exclusivity, why it's kind of key to take the time with those games, because I might not like every game that comes out for PS5. I might not like Spider-Man 2, but I can't take away from the fact of how it runs, how it looks. To this day, I still think it's the best opening to a video game ever. Like, the whole opening part of Spider-Man 2 is to really show off the power of the PS5. It really is. That whole fight with the Sandman and all the shit that's going on, and like everything that's just going on really does show off the power and the capability of the PS5. And I just don't see those people at Xbox taking games
Agreed.
that serious. I don't think they have as much passion as some of the developers on these PS5 exclusive games, like The Last of Us, the Ratchet and Clank series, Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're more about make the game,
Game
get it the
Pass
fuck
quota. Hit
out.
that Game Pass quota. We need something to put in Game
Exactly.
Pass.
Get the game out, optimize for the Series S, and we'll do within the first 6 months of release, we'll have it optimized with the 60 FPS on Xbox Series X. And I just think the whole way that the studio is ran, I don't see that guy, I don't see him wanting to be any part of that. Now, from what you've told, the guy could go anywhere. The guy could go anywhere he wants. Question is, where does he want to go, and does he truly want to go somewhere else? Because here's the thing, anybody that tells the guy no is just a fucking fool. I mean, the fact that, like you're telling me, this guy has been there for 31 years. PlayStation is celebrating its 30th year of being a thing. And then you're telling me, like, this guy is responsible for bringing in a game that's an indie game that is the first indie game to win a fucking game of the year. Like, he could go anywhere. I just think Xbox is just so far out of what PlayStation was doing, and they're not on the same path in any way, shape, or form. I don't see that being a fit for him. I don't see him wanting to go there. But like I said, if he wants to go somewhere, he's 100% going there, and nobody's going to stop him, because they'd be an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree.
His first job at PlayStation was he was in charge of third-party content for the PS1, and I don't know if you remember the PS1, but they got all the third-party content. Nintendo was ran off of Nintendo and Rare, and they owned 49% of Rare. PlayStation got all the third-party games, and that was all Shu.
Dude, I still remember playing, and I don't think a lot of people played this game. It was called, it's a movie now with Mark Wahlberg, but there was a video game called The Italian Job. Back in the day for PlayStation 1, and it was exactly like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Well, dude, Shu would go to fucking, like, Rockstar and be like, here's a bag fucking full of money. Give me everything you fucking got. Like, at that point, they were growing so much in popularity that they just needed whatever just to keep the fucking machine fed. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to what you were saying, because I don't think Shu, like you said, I'll say this and then we'll move on from Shu. But like I said, this is really gonna hurt PlayStation. We'll see what the next. I think who was I listening to? David Falke and Retro were saying this. Shout out to those guys. And by the way, Nelson, David said he'll come on the show whenever we invite him. He basically said over the next.
I'm in his DMs.
In the next 7 months or so is when we're gonna start to see a lot of these changes coming from PlayStation. And yeah, the old guard is basically gone. Shu was that last bit of it. So. You know, this is more than just gaming. It's kind of like, you know, like I always tell people, like you feel safe because you know your parents are there, right? Your mom, your dad, they look out for you, they pay the bills. Like you have no worries really. That's what Shu kind of felt. Shu leaving, now it's like, oh shit, I'm an adult. I have no one to rely on. I have to rely on myself. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like where I see PlayStation at now. It's like, okay, now you guys can't rely on Shu. Now you got to do it on your own. As far as where Shu is going to end up being, I don't think I think if Shu, first off, Shu's 60, like 1 years old or 60 years old.
Consultant, or he'll end up being something for like Devolver Digital or something,
Could be
where he
something
only
like
goes
that.
out to like, hey, we need you to go out to the indie show in blah 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 once every 6 weeks. These indie shows, because I don't think he
Right.
wants to work full time anymore. The dude's
Yeah, no.
63 years old. He's probably got 25 million in his bank account.
Yeah, he's
He
rich as
just wants to
fuck.
be around the shit. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been a top
He's already-
top
yeah.
5 guys for 30 years. I mean, he's got money.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. He's already put his name in the history books in the video game world. He really
Yeah.
don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, anything he does from here on out, I think will just be because he wants to, and only the fun shit.
I think
mean,
he likes to be around games, but I don't want to get up and have a responsibility every month, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I think like I'm glad for him. I'm glad that he's gonna enjoy his life. He deserves it. The fucking dude, like I said earlier, he's been traveling. I mean, he's in a different week. He's in a different country every fucking week. Like that's exhausting. Like I just drive to like Chicago every once in a while, and I'm fucking tired of that. It's like fuck that. So he deserves it. Well deserved. Highlight of a fucking career.
Yeah,
But
in Africa and fucking China
dude,
and fucking
China Hero Project, India Hero Project, like he's the guy. He's the fucking guy.
he
So,
eats some interesting shit, I'll tell you that.
oh well, I mean, he's for real a Renaissance man. You know what I mean? He's traveled the world multiple times. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't think he'll end up anywhere. But let's switch the topic a little bit over to Xbox because there's a misconception out there, and I said this before, so it shouldn't be a surprise to people that have been listening to me. And I think Nelson feels this way too, and I think everybody feels this way. That's a pony for the most part. At least people that I know that I communicate with on a daily. We don't hate Xbox per se. It's not like we want Xbox to fail just because we want PlayStation to win. It's actually the opposite. We want Xbox to do well,
To do better, and they never do it. And
and
just
they
piss
never
me
do
off.
it. Yeah, exactly, and it's to a certain point where you're like,
They've had
okay,
me waiting and waiting and waiting and spending money and waiting for nothing for
nothing.
a long time. And it's irritating.
Exactly. It's not that we want them to fail. We just want them to.
They disappoint me a lot. They're like my kids that just fucking keep getting bad grades and they keep getting worse.
It's like
You know
if
what I
they
mean?
do fail, I want them to fail to the point where they fucking fire everybody and hire people that actually care. That's as much
Scrap it.
failing. Yeah, scrap it. That's as much failing as I want Xbox to get to. Is to the point where they just say, you know what, everybody here is fucking fired. We're gonna bring some people in. But unfortunately, it's not like that. I mean, for the last how long, the people they hire have all been temporary people. They give them these fucking 30-month contracts. They fucking they treat them all as temps. It's nothing long term. And like, how can you build something like a Spider-Man 2 or like anything PlayStation produces when all you got is temp workers? You know what I mean? As soon as their contract is up, 18 months, you hire a brand new batch of people that are on contract for another 18 months. They're not going to have that passion. They're just there to collect the paycheck. They're there to move on. And that's one of the biggest detriments that, it's hurting them. The same thing that they think is going to save them money is the thing that's hurting them the most, I think. And yeah, Avowed has gotten very good, previews. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. But also, I can't really support that art director and that fucking bullshit that he's talking about. Like, that's just fucking ridiculous. But moving on to the handheld, Brett, what do you think this handheld is going to be? Do you think it's going to be something native? Do you think it's going to be... Like, what do you think it's going to be?
I think I've been saying this for a while. I think it is the perfect idea for the direction Microsoft is taking Xbox. Uh,
Stay put.
it needs to be native, so I need to be able. I like it can't be no cloud streaming. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to, if I want, download a game on there somehow. I have to. I think it's a great idea. Uh, but I hope it also means that the next gen for Xbox doesn't include a Series S type console. And I'm a Series S owner, but the only reason why I own a Series S because one, it's cheaper, and two, like in all actuality, let's be 100% real. There's no need for a Series X. They've given you no reason to have one. It's just more money for a little bit more memory, in my opinion. Yeah, it could do 60 frames and it has better graphics, but so what? Like the games don't run that like they don't run in terms of like you said, like the best place to play games and Xbox games is PlayStation. And that's just the truth of it all. So why would I buy the more expensive console when I could buy the cheaper and still have a half decent gaming experience? It's not like my console is going to be better than the PS5, so there's no need. So I
Yeah.
think it's good though for the direction that they're really taking. They're trying to do things, and I know it's a direction a lot of people don't agree with, but I mean, I can't really say anything because it's what they want to do, and I understand like people want to own their games and this, that, and the third, but like the beauty of Game Pass is, yeah, I don't own the game, but I could within a click of a button. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally can buy the game if I want with the click of a button. It's not like it's on Game Pass so I can't buy it. You know, so I don't know. I'm excited to see what it's gonna do and what it's gonna look like and all that. So
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Them doing this because it's the Game Pass route, and I agree. They do need something that's gonna really give them the play anywhere, anytime mantra that they've been going with. Because this whole your
When the customer
TV,
doesn't come to you, you got to go to the
you got to
customer.
go to
It's really
them.
that.
Exactly. And the whole mantra of your TV's Xbox, your microwaves, like that's doing is pissing people off more than it's fucking motivating them to get Game Pass or a fucking console. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
all that's doing. And I mean
Fails
even
to
me,
realize too is they think putting their shit everywhere where like all of a sudden these people are gonna start playing these console games on their phone and all that shit. Well, I'm gonna let you know that mobile people who play the people who play mobile games, they don't give a shit about Halo or Gears or Skyrim or none of that bullshit on their phone. They don't.
no,
exactly.
They're two different um
they're about those gotchas.
they're two different customers. Yes. They're two different customer types.
Yeah. And yeah, they honestly they need to just go back to their roots, man. And like I said, good games solve a lot of your fucking problems. A lot of your problems. I mean, yeah, I bitch about PlayStation with the Pro and the pricing and the stand and everything fucking else, but PlayStation has me gaming. And in between of me talk, why am I talking shit right now? Because I don't have a game to play from
Fire,
PlayStation.
by the way. I'm loving this.
Which one?
Silent Hill 2. It's fucking
Oh,
fire.
yeah, I know, dude. I did the whole gameplay, which you fucking think lesser of me because I fucking did it. You're like, I don't watch that shit. Fuck that shit, you fucking pussy. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I'm going heavy on PlayStation right now because PlayStation ain't keeping me busy. You know what I mean? But as soon as they release something, I'm gonna be fucking right there praising them. And they do that at least 3 times a year, whether it's first party or an exclusive or something. And it motivates me enough to invest in the ecosystem. It's like I was pissed about my PlayStation 5 discount for the PS Plus. Like I don't even play those fucking games. but yeah, I want it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what PlayStation does. When you fucking have a console that is selling very well because the games are sought after, it does that. And that's my biggest disappointment with Xbox. It's like, dude, this is my first Xbox console ever. I was very impressed with Halo 1, 2, 3. I was very impressed with the Gears. You know, those games really impressed the shit out of me to the point where I played them on Game Pass and immediately I went ahead and bought physical copies of them. But then I'm like, I could have played any of these games over the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no
360.
there's no reason to fucking have a Series X. And then last year, my sister bought me one for Christmas. She paid the 350, and I was like, great, because Starfield is right around the corner, and we all know how that went. You know, now Indiana Jones is coming next or in a couple weeks, next week. I'm really not excited for it. I'm gonna play because I got Game Pass, but I'm not really excited for it. And how long are they gonna continue this cycle? I mean, they eventually have to do something.
11
And
years is going strong.
it's like, bro, I know people are saying they're focused on Game Pass and that's what they want their customers to spend money on. But just because you're focused on Game Pass
Playing
doesn't
Game
mean
Pass too. When I
doesn't
look through
mean
Game
that.
Pass, there's nothing I want to play. I mean, day and date's great, but if it's shit I don't want to play ever, the fuck does it matter if it's day and date?
Well, not just that, Nelson, but there's 300 games on Game Pass right now, roughly give or take. PlayStation
I,
Plus has close to 1,000.
that's almost 1100 actually.
So it's like, and not just that, you got PS3, PS4, PS2, PSVR games,
PSP or PS
PSP
Vita.
games.
PSP.
It's like, yeah, they have day and date, but I mean, PlayStation does get day and date too. They got, Lucky Squire, they got Animal Well,
Usually the day and date games I don't care about though, to be honest.
I've
But
cared. I played Stray day and date. I was excited for that. I played that shit. I beat that shit day and date on PlayStation. There's been a few of them, but I don't know what Xbox gonna do. And when Xbox fails, it hurts more than just Xbox. It hurts the whole industry as a whole. Because I'm not gonna say that because of Xbox, PlayStation is real comfortable and made the Pro at $700. I'm not gonna say that, but I will say that Xbox failure didn't help it either. And Nintendo and PlayStation, they've been doing this for a long time. They're strong, they're growing, they're selling. Everybody's excited about the next iteration of their console. Nintendo Switch 2, PS5 Pro, PS6, what they're gonna do next, what games they're gonna do next. Nobody's really talking about Xbox at all. I mean, the opposite. They're bitching. Xbox, don't forget about the physical gamer. Xbox, why are you saying my fucking toaster is an Xbox too? Like, no, I have an Xbox. I have a fucking Series X. What the fuck? Xbox, why are you doing fucking review embargoes on Indiana Jones a few hours before the fucking game releases? What's up with that? Phil, Redfall
they have a
fucking,
thing about that. They do that a lot.
yeah, they do that a lot.
Usually it means the game sucks.
But that's also so just disingenuous because look at the Xbox, uh, YouTubers and shit. They'll flat out tell you that Redfall was gaudy when they went to go play it. And then we all get it. We're like, what the fuck? So you're having disingenuous things happening from both sides, from the people from Xbox and then from the people who are supposed to keep them in check, which is the gamer. So how is Xbox supposed to change anything when people are gassing them up and they're failing? The only way it can happen is financially they take a hit, but they've grown so big, and now with Call of Duty, it's very easy to say, "Oh, look how many billions we made in gaming this year, all because of one fucking game," and it kind of helps the rest go under the table. Well, yeah, that's all I got with Xbox, man. I mean, it's sad, it sucks, but at least I have a Switch and at least I have an Xbox. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nope, I'm good there.
You're good. Nelson, you don't even give a fuck, so
Who likes my comments? I love Shu.
I love Shu
Whenever
too. I love Shu too. I'm excited, or I'm sad that he's leaving January. It's his last freaking month. He'll be at the Video Game Awards. Oh, Video Game Awards is when? Next week, right? Are you guys
Is it?
watching
I
it?
thought it was the 12th.
Yeah, next
Or
week,
am I
Friday's
wrong?
the 9th. I don't know. VGMA date. What the fuck is this? Video game date. December 12th at 6. Damn, that's late this year. Oh no, wait, 6:30 Central Standard Time. So it'll be 4:30 Pacific,
What day of the week
and
is it?
I think it's a Thursday. Thursday,
I'll be at
December
work.
12th. I don't know. I'm thinking about streaming it. I'm gonna see if I can hook up my computer and just stream the whole thing. We'll
I
see.
guess I watch it on Friday when I wake up.
I mean, all you care about is the announcements anyway, so you can catch a replay or whatever or a recap. Yeah, I might stream it. We'll see. Discord. But yeah, that's all. I just want to talk to you guys real quick about Shu, basically, and see what you guys thought about it. And Brett got a little bit informed, and I agree with what he said. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. If he did, it's gonna be part-time.
I think it'll be Devolver Digital or like what's that one place called? Annapurna or something.
I don't think it'll be Annapurna just because Annapurna had all them people quit. A few months ago, they had like fucking 40 people quit,
That's
and
true.
so I don't think that they're ready yet. But Devolver sounds good. They're indie central. They love doing what Shu does, but at a bigger scale to sell. That would be a good fit, but we'll see. Or maybe Shu would just be involved in a different way. Maybe just like he said, he's gonna do voice acting for games. Who
Yeah, you know
knows?
he's been in a lot of games, right?
Yep. I just bought one recently. I wish I could look right now, but I'm on the game. If I do, we'll cut off the stream. Yeah, I just bought one that he's in with his cool little fucking glasses. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. We'll catch you Tuesday for the Just Playing live stream. Keep it gaming.